Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly live, and I have another great show scheduled with an awesome guest. He's in the back room, and I'm sure most of you know it's Al Cerchione from the South Florida Drone Flies. But he's in the back room. He's enjoying the shrimp and lobster right now. So I just want to welcome everybody in and see how everybody's doing. And I see Gary, Brent Ariels, he's there. And I think JC was number one, though. I should say that. JC was number one. And um, I know JC likes to be number one. So thank you, JC. And Maddie was in there, and Jody, and Robbie. I tell you, we already got a great crowd. And I see Laura Lama, how you doing? And Tony and John, Flying Flint Media, Michael Wright, Texas Art Strong Guy. Always good to see Michael. Alan, all the way from Ireland. Good to see you, Alan. Drone Views Media. Chris, have Drone Will Fly. Charles Goluski, good to see you. And Chris Hope. Chris Hope is in the house. All right. So, Chris, I hope you're feeling better. And we look forward to seeing your live stream maybe this Sunday, and just make sure you get better, buddy. That's all. Ken Nida, always good to see you too. He's come to us all the way from Jupiter. And Johnny Dronefly is in the house, and it's always good to see Johnny, my co-host on the Fly for Fun show. Great crowd in the house. Great crowd. John Olson, right here from Long Island. How you doing, John? But anyway, guys, thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. But I just got back into town. I did a quick trip. Um, I went up to New Hampshire and Massachusetts, and it's one of those things where my wife has family up there in the area. We lived up there for five. I lived up there for 5 years, and my son was born up there. He got married up there in Newburyport, Massachusetts, and he even flew in with his wife from California. So it was a nice little family get together, and it was good to see everybody. And yes, I did, you know, fly the Mavic 3. I brought the Mavic 3, and I got in a couple of flights. I uh, I flew in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. So it was good. My son brought his Air 2S and he flew that. And him and I had like a little mini meetup, as they say. Um, but anyway, I just want to show you something though. And I thought it was incredible because it doesn't happen every day when you see a submarine. And when I was going across the Long Island Sound on the Cross Sound Ferry, um, going into New London. Well, I'm gonna show a little of that video if you don't mind, guys. And I just thought it was incredible. It really was. And if you've seen a submarine, let me know in the chat if you were out there boating. And it's a sight to see. That's all I will say. You know. But anyway, here we go. And you don't see this every day. Yes, it's a submarine. Yeah, we're going in the Thames River in New London, and that's where they make these submarines. They make them right in Groton, Connecticut. I mean, look at that thing. Really, it was being escorted, just to let you know, by these two Navy ships, and I guess if you got too close to it, they would ram you or shoot you. But this was great. Coming back into harbor. But take a look at it. Yeah. But anyway, that's what I saw on my ferry ride going across, and I really, really got a kick out of it. I did. It made that ferry trip. It really did. But anyway, I know Al's probably stuffed on the shrimp and lobster, and I don't want to leave him in the back room that long. So I'm going to bring him in. And hey, Brian, BMAC, how you doing? I don't think I said hello to you before. Is that Key? How you doing? Susan Lee, thank you for popping in. And Tony, how you doing, Tony? Good to see you. But anyway, let's bring in Al Cerchione. Please give him a warm welcome. How
Hello,
you doing?
everybody.
How you doing, Al?
I'm
Welcome.
doing I'm doing great, Ray. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, I had Jake Fulis. He was tentative. He was lined up, and he said he might have to work. He might not have to work. So I sort of held out to see if he could make it. And sure enough, this morning he says, Ray, I can't make it. I'm sorry. But I got to make money,
That's true.
overtime. I got to
That's
buy that.
true.
He told me he's got to buy that DJI Avata.
There you go. Then work comes first.
But then, I said, I know I could count on Al. And I,
Anytime.
I
Anytime you
invited
need
you,
somebody,
and,
just
you were gracious enough to agree to come on. Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's always good to fly with you, when I'm down in Florida.
Well, hopefully in September. Let me see. I'm coming up in September, and hopefully we'll hook up there and do some flying because I'm going to be up at my grandson's birthday
Good.
for a weekend, and I'm coming in on a Thursday afternoon, maybe on a Friday morning. We could do something.
All
Looking
right.
forward to it.
That'd be good. That'd be
Yeah, I always
cool.
like flying with you. We have a good time.
Yeah. Have you flown your drone up in New York yet?
Oh yeah, yeah. When I'm usually at my other daughter, but the one that lives over in West Sayville, I usually fly from her house right over to the golf course and right over the
That's
bay.
right. That's right. You
Yeah, and
did. I
that's a beautiful
remember seeing
spot
that
up there.
video.
It's real nice. The Maritime Museum is up there also, and
Yeah.
I took off from there a couple of times. It's nice, wide open space. You
I've
know,
never flown over there, but I heard it was a nice place to fly.
it really, really is. It's then you got a lot of the old boat yards in there with the charter boats in there being worked on, so you can get nice aerial footage of that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Al, you're one of the guys that um, gets up early in the morning. You go right down to your secret
My
spots,
speaker spots.
and you fly your drone. And I give you a lot of credit.
Yeah,
You really enjoy doing that every day, right?
I'm out just about every day. My wife Jill says, "Listen, you're going out and flying whether you like it or not. You spent all that money on those drones. You're going to go out and use them." So I listen to her. I'm very, very obedient. So I go out in the mornings, and I usually go to the beach. I usually go to the Deerfield Beach Pier. And this morning I was in Fort Lauderdale where I flew. I flew with Harry and TJ a few weeks ago, and it's a real nice spot. They got nice pavilions there with Adirondack chairs, so
Yeah.
you're really comfortable. And I enjoy just to get out for a couple hours in the morning. I'm usually home by 9 o'clock. I'm usually out of the house at 5:30, and you know, so I try to get the sunrise.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's good. And I enjoy flying with you. I really do. I'm an early riser most of the time, and I like getting out there early. There's less people around that you got to contend with. You don't have
Exactly.
to worry about flying over anybody. And
And this morning, the Broward sheriff was there. But two of them were there, and they didn't say a word. First I waited. I said, maybe I'll wait until they leave before I take off. But they stayed, and I just took off, and they didn't say a word. They sat in their cars. They must have been eating their donuts from Dunkin'
yeah,
Donuts.
hey,
and
yeah, we got a celebrity in the house. Stevie
okay.
Bronx is in the house.
Oh, how you doing, Stevie?
Hey, Stevie, how you doing? And I tell you, I've been trying to hook up with Stevie. We said that last year before I went to Florida, and we were gonna like do the fall foliage. He was gonna take me to one of his secret spots to do the fall foliage. But then he says, Ray, it involves some hiking.
That's
I said,
that's
well,
not good.
Stevie, I'm not really into hiking.
No, Me neither.
He said, "All right, I'll have to figure something out then."
Well, you should have good fall foliage out by you, and at the right time of the year. There should be good spots out. Oh, but you're not
Yeah.
there. But you're not up there, really.
Well, it can change anywhere from mid October to early November.
Oh,
That
yeah,
that's the peak here on Long Island.
right.
Anyway, it's a
Yeah.
lot earlier upstate. Upstate New York.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot earlier.
Yeah, and even Massachusetts and New Hampshire, it's even earlier up
Earlier, yeah,
there. Yeah,
yeah,
so, but I'm hoping to get some fall foliage flights in. You know,
yeah. The colors are beautiful. When you can get the colors from up there, it's really pretty.
yeah, and but you know me, I like flying by the water as you do.
Me too.
Yeah,
Yeah. I like when people say to me, aren't you afraid you're going to lose it over the water? Usually that's the question I get every time somebody sees me flying out there. And I'll usually tell them, listen, I'd rather lose it over the water in, without hurting anybody than landing, in a crowd or just landing like somewheres with his people or cars or whatever. So I'd rather it land in the water. I have insurance, call State Farm. And we go from there.
well, I tell you, I still get nervous flying over the water.
I do too.
I do. I really do.
Well, I don't know if you notice if you watch my hands shake as I'm flying all the time. And a lot of it has to do with my diabetes medicine. So my hands shake. But when I fly over the water, my hands shake even more. So I know that's not the medicine. That's nerves. And
Yeah,
I've been doing this now for a couple of years over the water, and it's still,
right, right.
it's still nerve wracking.
Well, I just got an invitation from Tony to fly up by him. He's up in Monticello, if I remember right.
Okay.
And I probably will take you up on that, Tony. Thank you very
Upstate New
much.
York is nice.
And speaking to Tony, I just want to let everybody know if you read the Facebook post, Tony donated lanyard holders
Oh,
as
nice.
this month's giveaway, you know, for the DJIRC. And it is really cool. Look at the way it works. It's right
Wow,
on
very
there,
cool.
you know. And obviously, Al, you have the DJIRC
Yes.
controller. You told me how you love it, and we both ordered it at the same time, but you got yours first.
Yeah, mine
And
came
I have
quick.
to say, I love it. I love it.
You
But
know, I
the,
just I
the
just
lanyard
got
holder
a
works great. Look at that. Look at
oh
that.
yeah, it just hangs there, yeah.
Yeah. So
And
thank you again,
that's
Tony.
nice and light too. It's a nice light controller too. But I also picked up something else for it. It's a skin with the sun hood built into it.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And I also got one for my DJI, the smart controller. And they were like 12 bucks a piece, 13 bucks a piece, and they work really good. It's sometimes even, with these controllers, the sun still, washes it out a little bit. That makes
Yeah.
a big difference. That really did. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I figured I'd try it. What can I lose for 12 bucks? You
No,
know,
no. And if you feel it's a lot better, but I tell you, Al, I got to say, I think it is pretty bright. This
it
this
is.
controller does have a bright screen on it. It's brighter than the iPad Mini 5 and
Oh yeah.
my phone.
Yeah.
It really is. So
Yeah. See,
I
now I even got one for the smart controller
oh, okay,
with
yep,
the sun hood. Yeah. So it worked out good.
yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah.
And I guess TJ Grady's in the house. How you
Hey
doing,
TJ,
TJ?
how are
Good to
you?
see you. Yeah, always good to see TJ. And that man can take some incredible photos. He
Yes,
really
he can.
does. Down there in North Carolina. And
Yeah.
you know what? When I get better, I'm going to do what he does. He sells his photographs at art festivals and
Yes,
craft
I saw that.
festivals, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a woman at the Deerfield Pier every morning. She takes pictures. I think I told you about her. The name is Photos by Catherine. And she does all of these beach shots and the pier shots, but she also does lightning photos from the pier when it's lightning out.
Oh, okay.
and she sells them. She's on Instagram. And photos by Catherine, and she's got some incredible photos. It's really unbelievable. You
Yeah.
know,
No, no. There's a lot of good. I mean, awesome photographers.
yeah,
But when you do it with a drone, it's just
that's yeah,
there's just something about aerial photography and really, it always has amazed me. But
yeah.
even back in the day, I know I talk about my television show that I used to have, but we used to have to go up in a helicopter to get aerial shots.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, a
That was an
fishing tournament.
expensive proposition too back then. Yeah,
And it was one of those things where now you send up the drone.
and that's it. That's all. And it's funny now when you watch a TV, show, and you go. I go to my wife. Oh wow, check out the drone footage. As they're doing the intro to the show. None
Yeah,
of it's done by helicopters anymore.
yeah,
And I tell you, I have to give props to Deneen Pagan because that girl can
yep,
fly and she can take some mean photos. I really, I,
yeah. No, I know.
she is. I told her the next time I'm up in New York, I want to fly with her. She says, no problem. Just give me a call.
Right, right. No, she's
Yeah,
she's an incredible
she's,
photographer,
she really is. She
no
really
doubt
is.
about it. But I have to say, there's a lot of great aerial photographers in these drone
Oh,
groups,
yeah.
different
Oh,
drone
yeah.
groups, really.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and I know I had talked about Stevie before, but Stevie, I flew with him a few times already, and I picked his brain, and he shared a lot of his knowledge with me, and that's how you learn,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
really. And Stevie, I appreciate you sharing those tips. I really do.
Well, that's what's good about the guys on most of these groups. They do share, with, their information and their knowledge. So, and you pass it on to other people. Why hold it in all for yourself? So
Exactly. And that's why I like sharing my secret spots. you know, I like building it up that we're going to a secret spot, and then I make the video and I share it
and then
with
you show where it
everybody.
is. You tell them where it is.
So, but and Brian BMac, he's in the house, and he's another one that's an excellent photographer. You know,
Yeah,
and
I
what
enjoy
and what
watching
he
him.
does was his editing is amazing, really.
Yeah,
And I'm not a good editor.
I'm not a good editor either. I just like to throw something up there, and I like to get some footage of whatever we flew that day and share it. I'm not really into the edit. I mean, I wish I could be into the editing like these guys are,
What do
but
you use for editing, Al?
I'm using InShot,
Oh, okay.
and
Yep.
it
I've
seems to
never
work
heard of
pretty.
that.
Yeah, and it seems to work pretty good. I found some features on this thing now that I never knew existed because I started playing with it more and more, and it works out pretty good. I think it's like $14 a year or something like that. I used to use iMovie, and then I did something else. I forget what the other one was, and I found this one's a lot easier. It comes with intros and outros and special effects and stuff, so it's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Al, what are you seeing now, Al?
What am I seeing?
Yeah, on the screen.
Just me and you,
Oh, okay.
and and,
Interesting.
and it says quadcopters and tech. Whatever.
All right. Um, hmm, interesting. Because um, I got a little glitch on my end, but I'm showing and you're
Yeah, yeah,
showing,
yeah. Oh
so we
yeah,
can
both
keep
of
the
us are still here.
conversation going.
Yeah, we're still here. We're
All right,
definitely still here.
but you might be on your own for a few minutes in 2 seconds.
All right, I'd like to bring up. I'm having a mini meetup down here in Boynton Beach on September 10th. And whoever wants to join us, feel free to join us. We usually have a good time. I know TJ is going to probably come. Harry and I think Maddie says he's coming, and I think also David uh, also says he might be coming. So the more the merrier. We'll have a good time. It's a great place to fly. There's plenty of room. Nobody will be crashing into anybody. And Ray left me altogether. He left me on my own. He said you need to get your own show, but Ray, that's not happening. This is not how it's going to work. Yeah. So if anybody wants to join me, on that day, the 10th, uh, I'd love to have everybody there. We'll have a good time, and hopefully we'll get some good pictures and videos.
All right, all right. You kept it going. Good.
There he is. He's back.
I don't know what happened, but the only thing that showed on my end was the chat. I hit a button, and the next thing you know, the chat filled the whole screen.
Oh, you said
So,
you couldn't get the chat on the screen before. Now you did.
but it's one of those things where we work through it, and I would like to be down there for that mini meetup that you're going to have.
I
Um,
know. I wish
I
you
bet
was.
you end up having with a lot of people, a lot more than you think.
I hope so. I think we got like 5 or 6 already signed up. So, I keep putting it out there. It's I mean, we had a great time when we had that mini one down in the Keys. Chris Spang. Matter of fact, I got to text Chris because he says he'd be interested in going. So
Yeah, I know. Well, you mentioned him, and that's the. I want to get together with him when I come down for the winter. I definitely want to
yeah,
make a trip to the Keys.
yeah,
And
he knows every spot of the Keys there. You see the underwater videos he's doing now.
yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
they're
I know.
incredible. I
Yeah, him
mean,
and
and
his
they're
daughter. He goes
crystal
with his
clear.
daughter a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're crystal clear. Yeah, he knows his
and
stuff, that guy, and he's only flying for a little over a year.
yeah,
You know,
no, I know that. I know.
yeah, and he got his 107 right away. And
Stevie gave you a compliment, Al. I don't know if you see that up
I
there. Great guest,
oh,
he said.
thank you, Steve.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but anyway, I want to get down to Key Largo and fly with Chris and you. You
Yeah,
come with.
I'll
I'll pick you
definitely
up
go.
on the way down.
Yeah, I'll definitely go. We had a great time that day. We flew the Bahia Honda Bridge down in Bahia Honda, and we had a great time that day. And then we did the usual. We sat around BS, we had breakfast, and it was a good day. It was really a nice day. And like I says, Chris knows his spots down there. I mean, he's been living down there, and he knows what's going on.
Yeah, yeah, I know. And Brian's talking about a gun meetup in the
I
chat.
see that.
So, but anyway, meetups are always fun. They really are.
Oh yeah, and it's
You
not all
know.
about the flying either.
No, no.
It's not all about the flying. I mean, like when I went with Harry
Hey Jake,
and
how
TJ
you
the other
doing?
day, I kind of like just flew one battery and BS in the rest of the time. It was just nice to have people that are interested in the same hobby as you. You know,
Right,
so
exactly. I
yeah,
know, I know. Um, Even if it's just one person,
exactly, exactly.
I
There's
I
sometimes
I enjoy flying with other people.
I do too. The
I
only
do.
time I really like flying by myself is when I got something on my mind and I want to clear it. I go somewhere, I take the drone out, and that's it. You're only concentrating on flying. Then you're not concentrating on anything else. So I kind of
Somebody,
find that
some
relaxing.
I think Michael Wright was talking about that when he was on the show last week. That it's a stress release,
It is. It is.
and it's a good thing, you
Yeah,
know.
it really is. I mean, but it's funny that when we do fly over the water, it gets a little stressful. But it's a different stress, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's.
Hey, Joe Blaylock's in the house. How you doing, Joe?
How you doing, Joe?
Yeah, good to see you. And Dominic coming to us all the way from Australia,
All right.
Northside Hawk. Yeah. Jet, Vincent, how you doing? Dronanu, always good to see you. Dustin, I don't know if I said hello to you earlier, but we got a great crowd in the house.
Yeah.
Al,
Yeah.
they must have heard you were going to be on the show.
Oh yeah.
I put the
The
Facebook
big
post out
YouTube sensation.
at the last minute today,
Yeah.
and I try to do it so people, oh, okay, they only have to remember it's going to be on 2, 3 hours, because if you put
Right.
it on like too early, they forget about it.
They forget about it. Yeah. I always, believe it or not, I know what time it is, but I always set the reminder, on YouTube because I might be involved in something and I, inadvertently forget. And then all of a sudden the YouTube reminds me, Uncle Ray is on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know, I know. Sometimes you don't get notified though.
Yeah, no, I usually do. That not what I, but I usually
Really?
do.
Okay.
It's
And
funny. The other morning, when I was going out with TJ and Harry, TJ texted me at 3 o'clock in the morning, and he says, "Is it raining out by you?" So I didn't answer him because at 3 o'clock in the morning, I have no intentions of looking out the window. And by 6 o'clock in the morning, it should have been stopped. So when I saw him that morning, I said, "You like waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning?" Yeah. He said, "Well, I was up already."
right, I
And he
know,
was
I
on
know.
time. I must say, TJ, if you're listening, I'm so proud of you because you were on time.
That's good.
You
That's
shocked
good.
Harry and I that day.
Yeah. The other thing that's good too, I'm a very safety conscious, and when you fly with somebody else, it's another set of eyes, because you're
Yeah,
concentrating on flying and the drone, and if you got somebody with you, they could be looking around, or your visual observer, as they
yeah,
say,
yeah.
and that helps. It does.
It sure does.
And I've heard of people getting robbed of their drones. It doesn't happen too often.
Well, when I first bought my set of goggles to fly, when I had my Mavic Pro, somebody says to me, says, that's a bad thing flying with goggles when you're by yourself because somebody can just come up behind you, walk away with all of your stuff that you don't even know. You don't hear them, you don't see them. And they do have a point there, you know.
Right.
But, it's the chance you take, I guess.
Yeah. Forget about it. You're right, Joe.
Forget it.
So, but I'll tell you, I have to take time out right now, Al, before I forget again.
Okay.
Is 3 weeks ago I was supposed to show um, KB United's video. I had contacted him prior, and he said, "Sure, you can show it. Thank you very much." And and then the show came that night, and I had some other videos. So I want to take a few minutes to just show that video right now, if you don't mind.
No, go right ahead.
And you know, I think it's a great video. So um, let me know what you think. It's over in Aruba, believe it or not.
Ah,
So here we go. Take a look at this one. KB United.
that's a beautiful color water there.
Yeah. I mean, look at that.
Yeah. Look how white that sand is on the beach. It's incredible.
Have you ever been to Aruba?
No, I've been to quite a bit of the Caribbean, but no, I have never been to Aruba.
I've been
Joe
there
is,
a couple times, and it's known as the Happy Island,
oh yeah, my wife's been
but
there once or twice, I think.
it's really a cool
That's a
place
pretty
to
place.
vacation. You know.
All construction everywhere. You see those construction cranes everywhere. It's incredible.
Yeah. And the other thing is KB United could use some subs. I think he's only got 88, 89 subs. So if you
Oh,
guys don't
definitely.
mind, check out his channel.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
if you're not subscribed, subscribe, please. And speaking of that, just make sure you subscribe to everybody in the chat,
Yeah,
all our buddies here, and support each other. But anyway, isn't that a cool video?
that's beautiful. Yeah, very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
So um, it really, really is a nice place. It is. So what's a place on your drone bucket list that you haven't flown that you'd like to fly someday, Al?
Well, mine was Iceland, and we were supposed to go in October, but we canceled that trip, and we're going to do that one next year. Because the way the airlines are right now, the way they cancel flights and this, that, and the other thing, I just don't want to pay for hotels and this, that, and the other thing, and then getting bumped off of flights. So I said, you know what? Let's wait until next year. The airlines hopefully will get their act together. I retired from American 32 years ago. I can fly for free.
Right.
I still don't. I was just telling you earlier that I just bought tickets on American because, to fly standby nowadays is just crazy. But
Yeah.
Iceland would be the place to fly because I would love to see the Northern Lights. But I contacted Marcus Crawford because my wife found a thing about Idaho, about seeing the Northern Lights in Idaho. And he says to me he didn't know much about that area, but it is a nice area up there. I says, but how cold does it get? You know, in February, or he says it gets quite cold. So I don't know if we're going to be doing that trip.
Yeah.
The cold weather
No,
is not for me
I'm not
anymore.
into cold weather
No,
flying
no, no, no,
myself.
no, no, no,
You
no.
know,
But
when,
yeah, it's I forget the name of the area, but it's north of it's closer to Seattle, I think it was. But yeah, and it's very cold.
well, as you know, when it gets chilly here on Long Island, I head south.
You head south, you like
I'm a
the birds.
snowbird, so
But yeah,
I
Iceland
never
would be
want
the
to have to shovel snow ever again.
no, no. I see my kids, what they go through, and they shovel and the snow blowers, and no, I can't do that anymore. Cannot do it anymore.
But
So
I have seen guys fly their drones in the snow or above the snow,
yeah, I would like to
and they
do
get
that.
some
I mean,
pretty cool
that
shots.
makes a nice shot. Yeah,
I know
yeah,
Stevie Bronx has done it along the
yeah.
Hudson River. He got shots of the ice and everything,
That's cool. Yeah, that
and
would be cool.
it was cool, you
Yeah,
know. So well, maybe one day, maybe.
yeah, yeah. But the Northern
But
Lights is on my bucket list. I would love to see that. You
it
know,
would be nice, no doubt
yeah.
about it.
I even got the drone laws from Iceland. I sent away for it, and they sent it to me in their language. So I contacted them back. I said, "You think you can send me one in English?" And they did. You know,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they were
Yeah.
very nice. They sent it to me in English. So
Yeah.
maybe for next year we're going to probably do it.
Hey, we got another celebrity in the house, Al. Lawrence Clark is
Ah,
in the
how you
house.
doing, Lawrence?
How you doing, Lawrence? Good to see you.
And Johnny, I don't know if I said hello to you. Sorry if I
Yeah.
didn't. Hello, Johnny Drone Flyer.
Yeah, Johnny's one of the best, no doubt
Yes,
about
he
it.
is.
You know, and there's so many guys you get to know through these live streams. You know,
Yep.
and it's a good thing. At least I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm still having a little hard time of putting the names, their real names to their channel, but I'm getting there. Slow but sure, I'm getting there. It's sometimes I write them down so I know who it is.
That's what I was doing, and I added to my phone. Believe it or not, you're
Yeah,
probably saying,
yeah.
"Ray's nuts." He adds it to his phone. He don't even know the people really, but I do.
You're gonna
So
have to pay for more memory pretty soon just to carry all these people in your phone.
yeah, I tell you. Oh man, great crowd though. Great crowd in the house, and made a lot
Yeah,
of good friends. Really.
yeah.
Um, but
And since I got
I
involved with you
think.
guys, I
Go ahead.
really, I really got to know a lot of people, and the people here are really great. They really are. Everybody supports one another. Nobody treats anybody like, yeah, you're a moron. It's like everybody helps each other, and I really like that. You know,
Right, right. No doubt
so
about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Before I forget, I gotta tell people about the third annual South Florida Drone Meetup.
We can't wait for that one.
We're going to have it in Jensen Beach, Florida again, the same venue as this past year. And as most of you know in the chat already, we had over 100 pilots come and participate. And it was great. There was GPS pilots there, FPV pilots there.
Yeah,
The United States Army drone
which
unit
was
was
very cool.
there. So we're going to have it again at the same venue. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a great time. I'll go out on a limb and say it's going to be a
Oh
great
yeah,
time. And it's still free, just to let everybody know it's free.
yeah, that's cool. We'll probably take all the pavilions this year.
So the other thing is, I know it's early. People even made fun of me when we started promoting it the next day after the other one. But it's best to make your plans early. I
Yep,
contacted the hotel and they gave us the same rate, believe it or not.
of last year.
They
Yeah,
want us to come back. They were very impressed with our group. So I have to say, I know JC Flying. He's in the
He's
chat,
in
and
already. He's
Michael
got the
Wright.
same room.
I know Michael Wright's in the chat. He booked his room already. You
Yeah, I'm
know,
going to be staying this year. I'm going to be staying from Friday night into Saturday because I'm not doing that drive back and forth to my house.
and
So
you
I'm
can
gonna,
always cancel the room. You
yeah,
can
but no,
cancel.
I'm gonna stay Friday night after the meet and greet. I'll stay at the hotel that night and then check out on Saturday, and at least I'll be fresh for that morning. You know,
Yeah.
because
TJ's in the house. We got another celebrity. How you doing,
the
TJ?
giggles.
So anyway, yeah. See, he's
Yep,
got his
He's
reservation,
got the
same
same
room.
room.
Yep. And thank you for doing that, JC, and thank you for coming to both of the South Florida drone meetups. Now,
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you, JC.
yeah. So, and if anybody has any questions, you can contact me or even Al now, and or Johnny and Maddie and Brad or Bill. We're all on the drone committee, as they say.
Yeah,
So, and don't forget, check off South Florida Drone Meetup Facebook page, and it's going to be a good time. That's all I'm going to say.
yep. If it was
So,
anything like last year, it's going to be a smashing success.
yeah. So
Really is.
anyway, I guess sometimes I forget to promote it. So, but I think it's going to be time now to do the tip of the week. All right, Al, and you know already what it is, and we talked a little bit about it a couple weeks ago, and that's checking the UAV forecast because I did that while I was in New Hampshire, and believe it or not, I first time ever I got a high KP index, you know, and it I've never had that happen, but it was 6. The
Yep,
so far 5 and under, it's good to
is
fly.
okay. Yeah,
But it actually said not good to fly,
yep.
and it threw me off. But to be honest with you, I didn't chance it. I waited till
No,
the next morning to fly there, and it was down to 3. So
yeah. We've
I
been
got
seeing that here for past few days now. Late in the afternoon, it'll come up around 5 or 6, and then, like you says, later on that night, it goes down to 3, 2. So,
okay. So you've had it happen to
oh,
you.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I know Maddie talked about it. Actually, he was the one who first told me about the KP
The
index because
index,
I
yeah,
had no idea what that was,
yeah. That has something to do with the magnetic something or
and
other,
it
and
could
yeah,
interfere with the GPS. Yeah,
GPS, yeah.
exactly.
So,
So,
and then
but
I was go ahead, go ahead.
if anybody in the chat has had a high KP index, let us know. You know, and let us know if you took a chance and flew too.
Yeah, no, I won't. I won't chance it now.
Yeah,
The other thing
but
is, like I was telling you before, earlier, that I don't know if a lot of guys do, but I normally don't calibrate my compass that often. But usually they say when you travel more than 100 miles, from where the drone took off last, they say it's always a good idea to calibrate. And lately I have been, normally and I was telling you that, the old drones like Holy Stone and stuff, you had to calibrate those things every time. You had to calibrate the gyro and the compass
yeah,
every time you flew that thing, every time you shut it down and turned it on, no
right,
matter
right.
where you were. But yeah, the compass is an
Well,
important one.
JP saying he's getting high KP index up in North Carolina.
Wow,
Look at
7,
that.
8, and
Yeah,
9. Wow.
and
Has he been
somebody else.
flying in that though?
Have you still flown, JC, or have you put it off? Yeah. But anyway, kinetic pressure. Reptilian put what KP stands for, kinetic pressure.
Pressure, yeah.
Yeah. So, um, and
Yeah, I don't take a chance.
JC says no, no.
No, no, no.
All right, JC. Very, very good. So listen, while we're talking about JC, Al, let me just take out the time to share one of his videos. JC puts them out, and he lets me share them as well as the Fly for Fun show. And I enjoy his videos. So let's just take a couple of seconds here and let's show JC's video. I
Oh
think
yeah, I
it's
just saw this one. Yep.
so. And I wish he was here to narrate for us, but I'll do the best I can. You know, because he's an FPV guy now. You know,
Yeah. He went to the dark side.
so. But I mean, look at him. I mean, he starts it off. Well, maybe he didn't start it off, but his video starts off with a flip.
Yeah.
Very, very cool, JC. But look at the way he's flying now. He's come such a long way.
It's a lot of practice.
And this is in North Carolina. I
I think
didn't
he
read the
said this is a
info
friend of
on the
his farm or
video.
something. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the compliments are well deserved, JC.
Well deserved. Yes.
Really. And he's so modest too. Look at this. He's a novice, you know. Yeah. So, hey, Michael Belshie's in the house. How you doing, Michael?
How you doing, Mike?
And DeMarco's in the house. How you doing, DeMarco? But anyway, JC, thank you for letting me show it, and I always enjoy your videos. So I'm sure he'll be doing some FPV flying when he comes
Oh
to the
yeah.
South Florida Drone
Yep.
Meetup. So, and it has crossed my mind to try to get involved with FPV, but that's about all that's done. It's crossed my mind.
That just crossed your mind.
Yeah. So
I thought about it, but you know what? I'm having a hard enough time with the regular drones keeping up. So
yeah.
you know, it's plus I think I'm getting just too old for that. You know, seeing these drones flip over, and I probably get dizzy behind the goggles.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you tried it or no? You haven't even
No,
tried it.
I've flown the regular drones, you know, with goggles, and that was a good it was a good experience because you were seeing whatever the drone is seeing. You know, you feel like you're in the drone, but I don't know if I can do that flipping and you know, crazy stunts like they do, scaling buildings and going through buildings. I don't know. I don't think I
I
can do
know.
it.
No, no,
You
it's,
know.
it's definite. And Akarajo has a KP of look at that, 0.333.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't even know
So
what mine is now here. I don't know what it is. I can
Michael
get
Belshie says I could do it. I could be an FPV pilot. I don't know, Michael. You really don't understand. I'm a very conservative flyer.
yeah. Actually, I got a KP of 2 now. Oh no, it
Oh,
just went up
okay.
to 3. It just went to 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about what it normally is, you know, but lately in the afternoon, late in the afternoon, around 4 o'clock, you know, 3, 4, 5, it goes up to like 5 and 6. So, and
Yeah.
I usually know I'm done flying anyway for the day. You
I
know,
just
it's
get it.
funny.
Go
Sometimes
ahead.
I'm sitting in the den upstairs and I look out the window when the sun's going down, you know, and all of a sudden my wife sees me running out of the house. She said, "Where you going?" I said, "I got to get that sunset. Got to get the sunset, you know, come in, get the drone, just send it up, get a couple of pictures, and I'm back in the house."
Right. I mean, sometimes it's a quick
Yeah.
flight. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all it is.
Exactly.
You know, 3, 4 minutes and I'm done. You know,
Right. Right. I know. I know. But you know, we got a great crowd in the house. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. You know, they want to. They're really in for the giveaway. You know what I mean?
and that's what it is. Yeah. And you
But
can't
we're gonna
forget,
hold off. We're gonna
yeah, and you
hold
can't
off.
forget to do the giveaway.
Yeah, I know. I
The
know.
last time I was on, you forgot.
I know. We got carried away with the conversation, and next thing you know, we forgot to do it. So, but I'm getting old. You know, I can blame it on I'm getting old. You know, you're still young.
Yeah, I'm right behind you, right? Not that far.
Yeah. So, but if anybody has any questions for Al, ask them in the chat. We'll try to answer them. You know,
Because I'm
and
such an
there,
interesting
see,
guy,
there's a good.
So
uh, JP says if it's over 3, he doesn't
he doesn't
fly.
fly. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Casey's in the house. How you doing,
How
Bob?
you doing, Bob?
Good to see you. Yeah. Um, but it's one of those things where I know as soon as we do the giveaway, people will leave.
Oh, just keep them in there as long as possible.
I know how people are. So, but it's the basic, simple question. What's your favorite drone, Al?
uh, you spoiled me, Ray. The Mavic 3. But I have been flying my Air 2S. That's still a great drone. That Air 2S. I have no intentions of buying the Mini 3. I no other drones. I'm not into the FPV drones, but that Air 2S, that drone is phenomenal. I flew that today, and it was windy today, and there was no problems whatsoever, none whatsoever. The Mavic 3, I really like the zoom function because a lot of times I like to see something before I waste my time flying out there. I'll zoom into, that looks interesting, and then I'll go. But the Air 2S is really, really a good drone. I love that drone. It really is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But you spoiled me. You definitely spoiled me.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I- I've said it many times. It's old now, but I sleep with mine. And I kiss it
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And
And
people tell
the
me
funny
to
part
get a
about it
room.
is, this is how this whole hobby started right here.
Okay, that's your first one. Yeah.
That's the first one, the Sky Viper. I still have it. It's up on the wall.
Sky Viper. Now,
Yeah,
how much did that cost?
I'm gonna say probably like $49 or $59 maybe, and that was like probably about 4 years ago. You know,
Okay. Yep. All
and
right.
I
Just a
flew it for a while until I was, but then I think I bought my Mavic Pro after that,
yeah. Just
and
to
I
let
bought that
people
one
know
used.
in the chat, Johnny is selling his Mini 2.
Yes, I
So,
saw it.
and I know he'll give you a good price. I tried to get my nephew to buy it,
Yeah,
but
he's got like 5 batteries and everything on that. Yeah,
yeah, it's a good deal. Nice
good case
case.
and all.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I think I got my nephew convinced.
Oh, cool.
He was ready to go to Best Buy today. He said.
I thought you were taking him yesterday when you
Yeah.
got off the
Well,
stream.
I know. I know. Um, but again, I didn't want him to go for big bucks, so I kept pushing the Mini SC, because it's his
Right.
first drone.
Yeah.
He never even had a toy drone.
Right.
So Don had a Sky Viper too, Al, just to let you
Oh,
know.
there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a fun little drone to fly. When I first started, that's what got me into it. And
yeah. Gary
his
had
was over
one too. His
was
was
over
over a
100
hundred
bucks.
bucks. Yeah.
Wow, you must have got the top of the line because this one was a cheap one.
Oh, look at this. Oh, JC, we got competition going. He's selling his Mini 2
Man, oh
also.
man,
Johnny, you got competition.
yeah, really.
So, but anyway, and then just like Reptilian says, Air 2S is a fantastic drone, and I
Yeah,
agree with him. Really. I love my Air 2S. That's the one I fly from the boat, when I'm
yep,
down there in
yeah.
Florida. I'm not ready to take a chance with the
With the
Mavic
Mavic
3 yet.
3, yeah, it's landing on the boat it gets to be a little tough, and my boat has a lot of canvas on it. So, my boat's a little bit different than yours, and mine's got a lot of canvas. So, you got to be really ready to catch it. And if you miss it, it's in the drink. There's no doubt about it. So, now what I'm doing now is just putting all the canvas down when I do go out,
Yeah,
and then
sure.
land it. Yeah, I can land it right on the table. But yeah, it's
Look at Joe Blaylock. His Mini 2 has almost 1,800
18,
miles on
1,800
it.
miles on
Can you
it.
imagine that? He does a
Wow.
lot of flying with
That's a
it.
lot of flying.
Yeah, he had brought it to spin up, and he flew at the meet and greet that night, and
Right.
I was impressed with Joe Blaylock's flying right then and there. When he had that Mini 2 out, you know.
Have
But
you flown
anyway,
much? Have you flown much at night, Ray? Or
no, I'm not. A couple times. I don't fly at night. You know, I'm a wimpy flyer. You know.
nah? When you come down again, when you back down, we have to do those DeVos buildings over
Okay.
on PGA Boulevard at night.
Yeah, yeah, it would be
'Cause
cool
that's
to
got to
do
be a
that.
good shot. Yeah,
They are on my list,
yeah, that'll
you
be a
know,
nice shot. Really will.
and it would look prettier at night, no doubt
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
They were all lit up white, and it's cool.
Yeah. Um, but anyway, I tell you, Al, the time is flying by, so I do want to do the giveaway right
Yes,
now.
do it
But
before you
first,
forget.
we're going to keep everybody in suspense. A couple of minutes, guys, because I want to show Al's video before I forget. So, Al, I got one of your videos queued up. All
All
right.
right, sure.
So we'll it's the Anglin Pier, um, and that's it. That looks like a cool place to fly.
It is. That's
So let me
the
get it
park
up,
that I've been flying at.
and I'll see if you can narrate and tell everybody about it, and give a little history,
Yeah,
because you know the history.
yeah,
And this is a cool dock. I used to fish off this dock.
yeah. There's not much
So
left to fish off on that anymore.
how's that, Al? Is it playing?
Yep, it's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the intro's going. Yeah.
Probably made the audio too loud, though, right?
No, we're good.
All right. Go ahead. You talk about it.
Okay, this is El Prado Park where we took off from, and this is the Anglin Pier, which is actually the AKA commercial pier. Now, I always thought this pier was named the Anglin Pier because fishermen, like the anglers. Well, actually, it's the Anglin brothers' grandfather. These are the two guys that broke out of, uh, oh God, the prison in off of, I can't think of the name of it.
Alcatraz. Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. Okay, the two brothers that this here was their grandfather that owned the pier. Melvin Anglin is the one that still owns the land at the beginning of this pier. But as you can see, this pier is in really dire need of work. And only the first half is open where the restaurant is. And the fishing part, they have a gate there now closed off the rest of it. Because, it's just falling apart from the hurricanes. And the city doesn't have anything to do with it. They won't fund anything. It belongs to a commercial real estate company, and they don't have the money for it either. So it's a pretty nice place to fly. It was interesting. The guy that cleans up the park is the one who gave me the history on the park. Because, like I said, I always thought it was just the Anglin Pier because they were fishermen. But it was quite a story.
Yeah,
And
no, that's cool. That's a great
yeah,
video. It
yeah,
really
it's
is.
a nice place to fly from over there.
You know, it's well, again, I caught some fish off that pier, and we won't get
Yeah,
into it. You know, I enjoy going there, and I enjoyed eating at that breakfast at that
the
restaurant.
breakfast place. Yeah,
You know, really great place. And now that you found that Del Prado Park,
El Prado Park. Yeah, and it's
okay,
a perfect place to fly. There's gazebos there. There's chairs there that are really comfortable, and it's never crowded. Every time
yeah,
I've been there, it's never crowded. So
yeah, that's good. That's good. We'll definitely go there. All right, so
yeah,
listen, guys, it's going to be time for the giveaway. The lanyard holder. This month's giveaway donated by Tony Faz. Thank you, Tony. And we're gonna do it with the lucky number. So, and you don't know it, Al. So put it in. You don't know what I wrote down here. First one to get the lucky number, their name will go in for the monthly drawing. So, and I'll try to keep an eye on the chat and also talk to you, Al. And it seems like I missed the number quite a bit. So I'm
did
going to
you?
really concentrate on the number.
And Joe, yes, that the Alcatraz was in there, but this pier is in Fort Lauderdale, and it's a pretty interesting place.
And,
And
and you're allowed to guess more than once, guys. So, but not you got to do it separately, of course. So, um, I remember Dennis Lovelady put in like 10 numbers in a row. So, but a few people are close. They've been pretty close, but no, I haven't seen it yet. Oh man, one is really close. Michael Wright is so close, man. And now people are going to say, "Oh, it's close to five." No, it's not close to five. I'll tell you that right now. I'm giving the hits. I'm giving the hits, guys. So
and
I
while
probably
you're being,
missed it. I probably missed it again.
oh well,
And then when Michael got it, Michael Wright got it. He figured it out. 36.
all right,
So Michael, your
we
name
have
will
a
go
winner.
in. Very good, Michael. uh, so anyway, that was fun. I enjoy doing it. I really do, and I
Yeah,
enjoy you guys participating. But listen, before I forget, I gotta tell everybody about the world drone community because Robbie and Al are going right on at 7 o'clock, and they got a big giveaway. He sent me a message. They got a big giveaway
yeah,
tonight.
I got the message also. Yeah,
So tune in to that show, and then we got the Grumpy Vlogger at 8, and then of course we got Drone Nation at 9 p.m. with Ron Brown and Marcus Crawford and DeMarco Moore. And I say it every week. It's one of my favorite shows. I love it. I learned so much watching those guys. So, Al, I want to say thank you very much for being on the show tonight. Um, you were a great guest as usual.
thank
I
you for having
enjoy
me.
I enjoy flying with you.
Thank you.
And
I enjoy every time I fly with you. I come home and my wife says, "Will you shut up about Ray already? I'm sick and tired of hearing about Ray."
yeah. Well, anyway, when you come up to New York in September, I'll take
Yes,
you
well,
to some
definitely.
secret spots up here, or at least one anyway.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.
So, but anyway, if there's any closing thoughts or anything you want to promote, Al, now would be the time.
Like I says, the only thing is we're having that mini meetup at Boynton Beach Inlet Park, and I'm Johnny. Yes, I'm also going to be on the show Wednesday. Looking forward to that one. Boy, oh boy, it must be really loved because you guys just love me here. So yeah, if anybody wants to come to that, we'd be great to have you because it'll be a fun day. It's nice getting together with people, and then we have a good time. So, and usually the same comedians are usually there, Harry and TJ. We laugh all day, and it's a great day. So,
All right, good, good.
thank you for
Well,
having me, Ray.
thanks again, Al. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you when you get up here. And everybody in the chat, thank you all for tuning in tonight and watching the show. It wouldn't be fun or a success without you
Without
guys,
you guys,
And don't forget the Fly for Fun show on Wednesday night with myself and Johnny. And we got Al on and we got Robbie Gray on. That's going to be a great show. And just get out there, fly for fun, like our show says, and fly safely. And we'll see you again next week. Have a have a good night, everybody.